to this new video. Today we're gonna dive into a topic that I love. Most of my students have to face it. It is about the fears and the anxiety around developing your psychic abilities, which is totally normal because it is the unknown, and what is unknown is so scary. But it is also so rewarding once you've learned to be more confident, to trust yourself and to be in your power. Remember that you have the power, you are safe at any time. Then it's gonna be the most rewarding journey. You're gonna have so many magical experiences that we cannot describe. You don't know what it is until you have experienced it. So let's talk about the common fears. If you're new to my channel, I'm Julie Karen. I'm a Reiki teacher, a spiritual mentor, and my mission is to help you unlock your intuition, learn how to listen to your inner voice, because I believe that is the only way you will live a life that is meaningful and fulfilling, where you will access greater levels of joy, of pleasure, love, abundance. So I'm here to help you so you can find the answers. Now, let's go into today's topic. Today, I want to address some of the most common fears my students experience as they step into their intuitive gifts. The first fear many of my students experience is the fear of the unknown. When you start channeling Reiki energy and you open your psychic abilities, you're gonna connect to a realm that is beyond what you can explain logically. And that's the whole purpose of practicing Reiki, is to expand our awareness, and basically we're telling the universe, hey, I'm ready. If there is something else, show it to me. That's what we're saying when we decide to train in Reiki, but then there's this fear of, wait, what if I lose control? What if I start seeing scary things? What if I experience things I don't want to experience? It can be overwhelming. I get you. That's why it's very important you have a mentor, someone you trust, someone who has been practicing for many years, for you to feel safe and learn very simple techniques that will help you be confident. You have the power at any time, and although you don't control what comes to you and the information, the images, the emotions, feelings, sensations you're gonna experience, you can always stop and set a boundary. So you're gonna be safe. This is something that is important for you to know, because the fear is real. I had many students who actually had experiences that were scary before learning Reiki, because they didn't know anything about it. They don't know how to manage. But if you train and practice with a teacher, you're gonna know that you are safe, and you're gonna experience only what you're ready to handle. I'm telling you, I've practiced with hundreds of students, and it's always fine. It's always fine. And it's a very beautiful practice for you to learn to let go of the control and put yourself in a situation that may be uncomfortable, that you don't know. But you learn to believe in yourself, in your skills, to trust yourself enough to say, I can handle it. And this is gonna be a great skill in your personal life. The fear number 2, another very common fear, is the fear of judgment. Most of my students, believe it or not, they are very skeptical and logical. They're very in their masculine, and they come to me to tap into their divine feminine energy, their intuition, because that's how I was. I was super rational. I didn't believe in God or anything like this until something happened, right? And I started to practice Reiki and have these experiences, and I just got the proof that it does exist. And from there, I could develop my psychic abilities. So the fear of judgment is normal, because if you are surrounded by people who are very logical, don't believe in God, don't believe in any other dimensions, you're gonna be afraid of being rejected, being called crazy. It happens a lot that my students have a partner that is very judgmental, so it's very difficult for them to make the decision to train and learn and practice and talk about it, because obviously you don't want to have these kind of reactions. So it's common, you're not alone, but if you feel there is something there for you, your soul, the universe is showing you this is the way you have to go, there is something for you to learn there, I really recommend you to listen to your intuition, because the gifts you're gonna find really worth facing your fear of rejection and judgment. You are being guided. If you're watching this video, you are ready to tap into your intuitive gifts, and these gifts, yes, you can use them to heal others and help others, but you can also use them in your relationships, in business, for your growth. And your personal growth, spiritual growth, and well-being comes first. Put yourself first. What other people think, even what they need, come after. What you need to feel good, what you need to make the most out of your life, what you need to access more joy and more abundance and feel whole and fulfilled. And one last important thing before we move into fear number 3 is that you don't have to share your journey with everyone, and you don't need anyone else's validation to follow your path. The third fear I want to talk about is this fear of, what if I misinterpret the message? What if I get it wrong? What if I'm making this up? So again, we all go through this. At the beginning, it's very normal. Your psychic abilities are like any other skill. You need to train, you need to practice, so you get really good at it. And you're gonna deepen your understanding of what you perceive when you do a psychic reading. So in all of my Reiki trainings, I offer psychic development training workshop as well, because that's something I'm really good at, mentoring people. Because you all have a different sensitivity and ability when it comes to psychic abilities. And your uniqueness, there is only you that can find out how you read the energy and how you can receive information. I cannot do it for you. So what I do when I mentor my students, I let them receive information, they share the information with me, and then I'm able to guide them to know more, so that the reading and the healing they give to their clients is very powerful and valuable. So I'm gonna channel the questions you may want to ask the guide or the client. It's also about where to focus your attention. Is it, are you receiving information through images, through word, sensations? And we're all different. So it's also very useful to have a mentor for that. The more you practice with group, with people that can give you feedback and confirm the information you receive, the better you're gonna get. And also I work a lot with spirit guides, so each one of you is closer to a specific frequency, consciousness, like the angels, the unicorns, the fairies, the Arcturians. There are so many different consciousness. And this is also something I help my students with. And if you practice alone with someone else, it's something you want to pay attention to, because they're going to help you a lot with the healing you're going to give and the reading. It's going to make your healing sessions much more powerful, or even for yourself if you want to receive guidance for your own life. Fear number 4. This was actually the biggest fear of my last student, which is the fear of being overwhelmed by energies. Because if you're sensitive, you're like, oh my God, if I open up more, I won't be able to handle it. Well, actually, that's why learning Reiki can be an amazing tool, because you want to go from powerless to powerful, instead of being a victim and absorbing energies and feeling powerless. You're going to learn how to set energetic boundaries and claim your power back. So instead of feeling overwhelmed by energies, you're going to feel more in control. So in Reiki, we have very simple techniques, everything very simple that's going to help you tremendously. When you learn Reiki, you start new spiritual habits. They're going to help you to feel grounded and not to be so sensitive to the energies around you. It's going to change your life, especially if you're hypersensitive. You want to be the owner of your space and your energy. Stop absorbing all the energies, emotions that are around. But it takes practice and discipline, because if you do it for a few days and you stop doing it, it's not gonna work. So when I was training at the beginning with my mentor, I used to do this same meditation every day for a month, and then it becomes very easy and quick to do. So today I still get overwhelmed sometimes by emotion, not really when I practice Reiki, because that's when I feel my power, but when I'm not in my personal life and there is an emotion coming and I'm like, oh, and I feel it intensely, and then I just remember and I can calm down, meditate, and I clear my energy, and I come back to my center, I'm calm. That's what you're gonna learn to do. So we can clear this fear of being overwhelmed by negativity very easily. It's all about practice and learning simple techniques. Now, let's go into the fear number 5. The fear of trusting yourself. We're afraid to trust because we're conditioned to doubt our intuition, everything that is not tangible, right? It's like, how can I trust this? Because I don't know if it's real. I don't even know if I have psychic abilities. I don't know if I have this power. And to tell you about me, when I started, I was convinced I had no psychic abilities because I didn't have any experience growing up that was telling me that I may have some kind of intuitive power. So I was doubting myself, and not only doubting, I was believing I had no psychic gifts. So if I could do it and I could develop them, I'm sure you can as well. Even if you're very analytical, very logical, it happens a lot to men, not only, but men doubt more that they can do a psychic reading, for example, or tap into their intuition. I can tell you that you can. Every single student I worked with, whether it was a training, a long training, or a short experience, they all tapped into their intuition. Just being in my presence, that's what I do. That's why I call myself an activator, because just being in my presence, doing the practice, it's gonna activate your dormant superpowers. So you can do it. You can trust yourself. Again, the more you practice, the more you're gonna trust, you're gonna see and you're gonna receive the proof that you do have psychic gifts. And then you will see it, you will receive confirmation that you can see with your third eye, you can feel others' emotions, you can receive messages, and from there you will develop your psychic skills. That's really what happened to me. I had one experience I still remember with another mentor I had. He asked me to tell him what I was seeing, and I was like, I'm not seeing anything, obviously, but I stayed there and I was like, okay, try to see. And I did see, and it started very like blurry, and then it became clearer and clearer because his energy and his trust in my gifts helped me to tap into it. And that's what I do now with my students. So if you've been holding back from developing your psychic abilities because of fear, I'm here to tell you this is normal. You can overcome these fears with patience, with love, with trust, with support, step by step. It takes time and you're gonna open up at your own time. I have students who train with me and then they come back a year after, a few months after. We all have a different journey and it's okay. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. Go for it if you feel the call to learn about it. It's gonna be a beautiful experience. I'm so grateful I opened to it. Now, honestly, I tap into most of the energies are beautiful. When it's a negative energy, it's just few seconds. I need to feel it so I can transmute it for my client. And it's done. It's very easy. And then unicorns are back and angels, and it's pure love and compassion. And we remember that everything is okay. So I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Share it, subscribe for more, and I have something that is amazing to start or develop your intuition. It's a 7-day series. It's totally free. You can comment below 7-day meditation and I will send the link to you. You're gonna do it. It's a short meditation you're gonna do every day, and it's gonna help you connect with spirit guides and trust more your inner voice. Please let me know below your experience with developing your psychic abilities, with the fears that you're facing, and anything else you want to share. If you want to know more about my programs, my trainings, retreats, one-on-one online mentorship, read the description below.